Hi, everybody. Hope you have had a good Tuesday. We have two products we're going to break tonight. It is going to be a little Leaf Flash football up first, and then our second break tonight will be Topps Finest Baseball. There's a little information though, right? Yeah, we do always go over some things. I'm also trying to get the tripod straight. We go over a few things before we start ripping, so let's get that up on the screen. Feedback 100% automated. That way you never have to wait on me. Anytime you leave positive feedback for me, you will instantly get the same in return. How's that for a win-win? And of course, the second thing there is just simply to say thank you. Always appreciate you being here, spending some time with me, bidding, breaking, and chatting. So appreciate you. We're taking a look now at breaks that are coming up. This stuff is already listed on eBay. We're going to be breaking it over the next 5 days. Starting tomorrow night all the way through Saturday, we're going to break at 9 Eastern. Then on Sunday, which is Father's Day, by the way, we're back at 9:30. Tomorrow we have two products coming out, Noir Basketball and Series 2 Jumbo. So we're going to break a full case of each one. But here's what you need to know. On the Series 2 Jumbo, the base cards do not ship to the teams. It has its own bidding category. So that just applies, obviously, to Series 2. On Thursday, we will open Noir Basketball again. Luminance Football and Finest Baseball will be really busy Thursday. Friday, we'll open Leaf Autographed Baseball Bats. That is a new product from Leaf. It is 3 bats per case. We're going to open a full case and just see what we find. We'll open another case of Topps Series 2 Jumbo on Friday night as well. Once again, base cards will have their own bidding spot and don't ship to the teams. Saturday, we're going to break the last of our Legacy Football. And that one, Veteran Base doesn't go to the teams and has its own bidding category, but Rookie Base does go to the teams in Legacy Football. Sunday will be Noir Basketball for a 3rd time and a Flash Football for a 4th time. So that's what the days ahead look like. Here's what you need to know about what we're opening tonight. Flash Football Finest Baseball projected to get out the door approximately Saturday. May be able to get that out to you faster if I can. You know I will. And if something really unexpected happened, it could shift to Monday, but I think that would be unlikely. So kind of plan on Saturday, and we'll hope for sooner if I can get my groove on, so to speak. If you get skunked tonight in either break, and by skunked I mean you don't pull anything, not a single card of any sort, you are still going to get consolation cards, and they will ship out to you with the rest of the break. So that's all the news to use on that page. Which brings us to a 12-box case of 2019 Leaf Flash Football. It's a full case break. It's break number 3. And, of course, everything we're opening tonight ended tonight on eBay Tuesday night, the 11th of June. Team names are on the left-hand side. Your eBay user ID is across from your team if you're the winning bidder tonight. Had one unsold team in there, and that's the Falcons. You saw those noted up there at the top as no bids buyback. If you are here for Finest, we will put a new spreadsheet up before the Finest break starts. Obviously, as you can see, we are doing Leaf first tonight. And our last little piece of business before we can get down to it is me messing around here trying to get the focus set manually. I don't like all the zooming in and out. It makes me feel like I'm on a bad carnival ride, so I like to manually set the focus and get things rolling like that. Jay Allen, hi Jay Allen, you need Kansas City Royals in Finest. Okay, I will do my best to fulfill your wish list there. Jason is here. Hi Jason, you've got the Astros tonight in Finest. Awesome. Your man, well, might not be your man, but the Astros called up Jordan Alvarez, I saw. So I'd say he's definitely going to be one of the men for the Astros. Kid's supposed to be really good, so we'll see what shakes out there. I think I better put my brace on. And let's see what we've got going. Tim is here too. Hi, Tim. And you need some Bengals tonight. All right, we will do our best to get some Bengals for Tim. So the first thing we're going to do while we discuss this product a little bit is I'm going to get all the plastic off, and Leaf also has these security seals on the ends of these boxes. So I'm going to get the plastic off, I'm going to get the security seals cut so that we'll just be ready to move and groove once we get started. While we're doing that, we can talk a little bit about Leaf Flash Football. So this, of course, is an all hits product. There are no base cards in here. It all comes out ready to go, meaning it's in a sleeve and a top loader right out of the box, which is nice. Keeps everything all nice and safe for us. Compliments of Leaf. There are 5 autograph cards per box, so pretty good number of hits in this break. Some will be numbered, some won't. We'll kind of address those as we come across them, of course. And most importantly, everyone in here will be in their collegiate uniforms. And unlike Panini, who also cannot use team logos or team names, Panini will at least, list the city. Leaf rather does not do that. So here's how we handle it. These kids go to their current team. So that if they were drafted, they go to the team that drafted them. If they were undrafted, but they have become associated with a team in any other capacity. So by that I mean a rookie camp deal, a mini camp deal, a training camp deal. If they have been associated with a team or are still associated with a team, they will go to that team. If they were, let's say they were invited to a rookie camp or mini camp and then they didn't move any further, if they then associated themselves with another team, they would go to the more recent team. Let's say they were undrafted, got a mini camp deal, and didn't go any further, but also haven't associated with any other team since then we would send it to the last team they were associated with. The goal is to pretty much get everybody to a home in here. One guy that we have found, Kyle Klimt or something like that, wasn't drafted and hasn't signed with anybody in the interim. So that guy, if we pull him tonight, he'll end up going out using random.org. And what else do we need to know about this? Some of them I'm going to know when I see them. Some of them I may have to look up. I did write myself out a little cheat sheet because I know I'm prone to forget a few of them. And so that's how we may have to look a few of them up, but we'll go that way. So Tim, this is your first time breaking here. Well, welcome. And Rick is here too. Rick, is this your first time breaking here as well? Well, welcome to you both then. Kirk, you're here for moral support. I love it, man. We always are glad to see you, Kirk. We are starting off with Jalen Smith, and he was an undrafted free agent to the Ravens. He's numbered to 20. Here is the guy, the exact guy I told you that we might hit that's not associated with anybody. So he's going to sit there in housekeeping. We'll figure him out along the way. Clayton Thorson, numbered 250, is an Eagle. Devin White is Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and we have a redemption for A.J. Brown to the Titans. All right, box number 2 is Karen Higdon. I cannot remember this guy. We had him last night, I think twice, and I could not remember him. I still can't remember him. Or maybe it wasn't last night, but recently. He is an undrafted free agent to the Texans. One of these days I might remember that, but so far I haven't. Justice Hill for the Ravens. I forgot to look at the back. He's not numbered. Justice Hill goes to the Ravens. He is unnumbered. A little Johnny Dixon making an appearance here, and he is an undrafted free agent, also Texans. Amani Oruwariye, numbered 220. And Amani goes, I got to take a little peek, the Lions. There's your man Daniel Jones. If you have the Giants, I'd say he's going to hit the field before the season is over. I cannot imagine that they're going to go the distance with Eli Manning again. Of course, I thought that last year too, so there you go. Shows you what I know about what the Giants are doing. Kelvin Harmon. Kelvin is numbered to 20. He is a Redskin. Next up is a 1-of-1 printing plate for who? Devin White. So Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Devin White with a 1-of-1 printing plate. Not too shabby. Damian Harris comes out for the Patriots. Kyle Shermer. Kyle Shermer is unnumbered. He's an undrafted free agent for the Kansas City Chiefs. Will Greer, unnumbered, heads to the Panthers. Yeah, I always show you guys the empty box. For those of you who are new, that's just a thing. Usually I will show you the empty box when we're opening cards, just so you know that everything has come out of there and, nothing's hanging around in there stashed or anything. So if you're wondering about that, I forget when we have new people, they're probably like, what is she doing? Anthony Johnson, undrafted free agent for the Buccaneers. Zach Allen, I got to take a little peek. Arizona Cardinals. Hakeem Butler, also Arizona Cardinals. Anthony Ratliff Williams is an undrafted free agent. Went to the Titans, numbered to 50. There's your man, Kyler Murray. If you got the Cardinals, that's who you're waiting on. And we have found him more than once. At least in one of the cases, we had him a couple times. I can't remember in the other one if we had him just once or multiples in that. Dexter Lawrence, Giants. Caleb Wilson, Cardinals to 25. Ryan Finley to 50 for the Bengals. Ed Oliver comes out as a redemption for the Bills. There's that Josh Jacobs you guys are always chasing. Well, some of you are chasing on a daily. Josh Jacobs to 10 for the Raiders. A couple of guys go back and forth trying to get Josh. But we pulled his 1-of-1 out of last case, maybe, of this. Might have been last case. Riley Ridley heads to the Bears. Myles Gaskin to the Dolphins. Irv Smith Jr., numbered to 20, Vikings. David Montgomery, Bears. Drew Lock, out for the Broncos, numbered to 50. See, this is why I like Leaf. It's all on-card autographs, and you can pull who you're chasing without as much trouble as it is. And some other products make it hard. Jamarius Way, Marius Way is a Packer, however you say his name. Draymond Jones, boy, I don't remember that at all. I don't even remember that slightly. And I also do not have him written down on my cheat sheet. He's going to sit over here in housekeeping. I'll look him up before we wrap this up tonight. Jalen Jelks, numbered to 50. Jalen is a Dallas Cowboy. Emmanuel Hall to 50 is a Bear. Benny Snell Jr., baby. Went to the University of Kentucky, my alma mater. That is numbered to 15. And he's playing for my favorite pro team, the Pittsburgh Steelers. I love it. Makes me very happy. Frankly, it makes me very happy when any of our UK football players get drafted because we've been on a bad run up until last couple of years. But we have suffered a bit with football at the University of Kentucky. Travion Williams, numbered to 50, is a Bengal. Jay Sternberger to 50. I've got to take a little peek. I can't remember him. Bear with me here while I find him. Jace, where is this guy? He is a Packer for Sternberger. Brett Ripien is a Bronco. Greedy Williams for the Browns. Darrell Henderson to 10 for the Rams. There comes Benny Snell Jr. again. I'm kind of liking that. So Steelers with a second Benny Snell. Gary Jennings, Seahawks /25. Little Jordan Humphrey, Saints. David Sills, Buffalo Bills. A redemption, Marquise Hollywood Brown, Ravens. Noah Fant, Broncos. Mac Wilson /25, Cleveland Browns. Deontay Johnson, Pittsburgh Steelers, number /25. Quinnen Williams. Quinnen Williams is a Jet, I do believe. I don't have him written down, but I'm pretty sure that's right. He was like 3rd overall or so. I think he's a Jet. Kyler Murray, numbered /10, Arizona Cardinals. Next up is Jordan Scarlett /20. Jordan Scarlett, where are you going, buddy? Panthers. Ja'Kai heads to the Jets. Keyshawn Johnson, numbered /25, heads to the Cardinals. Devin Singletary is a Buffalo Bill. There's another Josh Jacobs for the Raiders. And we have one left to go, so you know what that means. That's right. It is Last Box Mojo time. I'll try to find some big fiery hits out of here as we collectively work our mojo. See what we can come up with. Brian Burns, numbered /50. Brian is a Panther. Trace McSorley is another one I have a lot of trouble remembering for some reason. Where do you go, Trace? A Raven. I should be able to remember that, right? Maybe I can remember the sore part. Lamar Jackson will be sore that Trace McSorley is there. Maybe I can remember it that way. You think? Probably not. This is LJ Scott, numbered /10. LJ is another Raven, undrafted free agent. Isaiah Buggs for my Pittsburgh Steelers. And last out, N'Keal Harry, headed to the Patriots. So before we recap, we've got a couple of little housekeeping chores. The first one is I have to look up Draymond Jones because honestly, guys, I don't remember Draymond Jones, and I don't even have him written down on my little cheat sheet for ones that I forget. That's how off my radar he is, unfortunately, but it's not going to take me long to find him, so bear with me, and I'm gonna look it up real quickly here and find out where that goes. Once I get that little piece of work accomplished, we will then be working on giving away the undrafted guy that doesn't have a team. We'll use random.org to give him out momentarily. All right, Draymond Jones. Let's see here. Where'd you go, buddy? Broncos. Okay, Broncos. There we go. Now we know. Or now I know. You probably already knew. Now I know. Draymond Jones is the Broncos. I'm going to write him on my cheat sheet, too, so I don't forget. Draymond Jones, Broncos. All right. Signed and sealed and delivered. Kyle Kempt, he's the dude that wasn't drafted, hasn't been signed anywhere, hasn't been invited anywhere. He's just hanging out at home somewhere. So meanwhile, we've got to find him a home. I'm bringing you with me, as you see. Pretty easy. We're just going to copy all of our team names from the spreadsheet, buzz right over here to our dear friend random.org, and I'm going to paste them in here. So it works like this. When I have 9 or fewer items, I do random 3 times. The first 2 don't count. The third one tells the story. When we have 10 or more, as we do here, then we do random 1 single time. Whoever comes up in that number 1 bidding position, or the number 1 position after we randomize, will end up taking home our undrafted guy, Kyle Kempt. So good luck, everybody. Comes up the Indianapolis Colts. All right. So the Colts are getting that little card, and I'm going to bag it and tag it so that I do not have to go back later and watch this to remember where it goes. See? Handy, right? So let me just get Kyle here labeled up for the Colts, and we are ready to recap. I'm not going to read off the teams and the numbers and all that in the recap because that would be kind of like doing the break over again, but we are just going to buzz through them in case somebody jumped in later, you need another look at them or whatever. So Draymond Jones, N'Keal Harry, Isaiah Buggs, LJ Scott, Trace McSorley, Brian Burns, Josh Jacobs, Devin Singletary, Keyshawn Johnson, Ja'Kai Balit, Jordan Scarlett, Kyler Murray, Quinnen Williams, Deontay Johnson, Jalen Jelks, Jamarius Wade, Drew Lock, David Montgomery, Irv Smith, Myles Gaskin, Riley Ridley, Josh Jacobs, Ed Oliver, Ryan Finley, Caleb Wilson, Dexter Lawrence. Rick, you were dead on it. That guy was exactly the Denver Broncos. I just could not remember that guy at all. I'm pretty impressed that you do, because I didn't, even have a slight inkling. That is Kyler Murray, Anthony Ratliff-Williams, Hakeem Butler, Zach Allen, Anthony Johnson, Will Grier, Kyle Shermer, Damian Harris, who was that? Devin White, Kelvin Harmon, Daniel Jones, Mac Wilson, Noah Fant, Marquise Brown, David Sills, Little Jordan Humphrey, Gary Jennings, Benny Snell, Darrell Henderson, Greedy Williams, Brett Ripien. Tim, you think that Ryan Finley is going to replace Andy Dalton this year? I wouldn't be entirely surprised. I don't know enough about Ryan Finley to know how good he is, but I would not be surprised to see Andy Dalton hitting the bricks. I can tell you that. Jay Sternberger, Trayvon Williams, Benny Snell, Emmanuel Hall, Amani Oruwari, Johnny Dixon, Justice Hill, Karen Higdon, A.J. Brown, Devin White, Clayton Thorson, Jalen Smith. All right, so that is Leaf Flash. We've got one more case of Leaf Flash left, and as you saw maybe on the spreadsheet earlier, we're going to break it on Sunday, on Father's Day. And that'll be the last of the Leaf Flash, and I won't be getting any more of it because I have lost a ton of money on Leaf Flash this year. Usually the Leaf stuff, it does pretty well, but oh boy, it has been Tank City on this product for some reason. So yeah, we won't be breaking any more beyond what I have, but we do have the one more. It'll be Sunday night, so come back, bid again. Enjoy the last case of it with me. So for anybody who missed this earlier, here's what you need to know. Flash and Finest, I'm expecting to get out the door approximately Saturday. If I can work any faster and get it out sooner, I will happily do so. Something unexpected happens, it could slide into Monday, but my expectation is it would be Saturday or before. If you get skunked, as in you don't pull anything at all, not one single card of any sort, you will still get a package in the mail. It will have consolation cards in it. Anytime you have a paid shipping break, you're going to get a package in the mail with something in it. That's kind of the moral of the story. This is an 8-box case of 2019 Finest Baseball. It's a full case break number 3. Of course, it also ended tonight on eBay, Tuesday night, the 11th of June. Team names on the left-hand side are winning bidders across from each team on the right. One team in here got no love. That was the Miami Marlins. That did not sell, so if anything comes out for the Marlins, it'll just hang out here with me, join its brothers on Card Mountain. Meanwhile, Finest is pretty awesome. The only thing that is not awesome about Finest is all the packaging that they use. We will spend as much time getting stuff out of the packages as we will spend actually, opening and looking at the cards. So it is a crazy amount of packaging. But hey, what are you going to do? Maybe they just want us to stretch it out a little bit, right? Enhance the experience. Something like that, maybe. Oh, well, Ryan, thank you. I appreciate you saving me as a seller on eBay, and I definitely hope that we will see you again down the line. So this, we're going to take, or I'm going to take, all the mini boxes out of the master boxes before we start. So as you can see, there are 2 mini boxes in each master box. So I just like to get all as much out of the way as I can before we actually start looking at the cards. Because once my delayed gratification kicks in, I just want to go, go, go. Right? Like I can't wait anymore when I get to a certain point. So each of our mini boxes will have in it one, whoops, sorry guys, hit the tripod, will have in it 1 autograph card per mini box, which means 2, of course, per master box, which puts us at 16 autographs in this break in total that we're gonna find. We'll also find numbered cards and inserts and unnumbered refractors as well. As we go through our first box or 2, I'll spend a little more time maybe pointing that stuff out as we go. Then after that, you'll kind of know what's what, and we'll buzz through it at a little bit faster clip is generally how it works. And then we'll get to see what fun is in here. Also, there will be a couple of case hits. They will be die cut. They probably, if you've opened Finest before, you probably already know this, but every year they spotlight a player with a set called Finest Careers, and this year happens to be Mariano Rivera that you see there on the box. And so as such, we will find some die-cut Rivera cards in here. 2 we should find. There are a handful of different designs for that particular die-cut card. Maybe, I don't remember exactly how many. I want to say 6, but that might not be entirely correct. So the goal is, of course, you know, you're chasing the little group if you've got the Yankees. So Finest is a reasonably quick break, all things considered. Once you get the packaging out of the way, you're in pretty good shape. So this insert series, we don't generally find numbered or refractored, but I imagine it's possible to find them numbered, but we haven't yet. And of course, that's just prized performers. That particular one is Bryce Harper. We'll find lots of blue chips. That one's Ozzie Albies for the Braves, but that's another insert that appears quite regularly. Trevor Story, Colorado Rockies. So these are base refractors that are not numbered. So they're not numbered, not autographed, but different in the sense that they are refractors. Our first autograph out here is headed to the Braves, and I need to put a little stack of sleeves on the table. That is Colby Allard for Atlanta. As it draws first blood tonight, the Braves, with our first hit of the break. Usually we find a little color in each one of these mini boxes as well, or something else. This refractor, of course, Will Myers for the Padres. In this case, our something else is one of our Finest Career die cuts. For the Yankees, Mariano Rivera. Finest Careers case hit, one of 2 that we should find before we finish up tonight. That's the one thing that's so awesome about Topps wrappers that is less awesome about Panini wrappers. Topps wrappers, most of them, you can just grab them at the top and one pull them and get that baby out of there. Jose Berrios for the Twins. Most of the Panini wrappers, you got to pull them apart at the seams. Seems minor, but it takes a while. Prize Perfection Yelich. Our first color of the break is Mr. Willy Adames for the Tampa Bay Rays. Blue parallel numbered to 150. A Walker Buehler base refractor for the Dodgers. Oh, I love this hit. I love that hit. Ozzie Smith for the Padres. Sweet. And now, how often do you see Ozzie Smith as a Padre? Like, not very often, in my opinion. And also, I think it's a little weird that he signed it above the big empty space, which is like where you should sign it. But regardless of all of that, that's still a really cool hit. I just wish he had signed it lower in the big empty space. But what are you going to do? I'm not going to turn down an Ozzie Smith autograph because I like him. I like Mr. Ozzie Smith. I'm a Cincinnati Reds fan, though, by trade. Brought up that way, raised that way, whole family, Reds fans. If anybody has on Reds Indians, by the way, feel free to update me on the score there in chat. The last I had an opportunity to watch it, it was tied up 1-1, and the Reds had bases loaded and 1 out. And then I haven't been able to see anything since that point in time, so I don't know where we are currently, but that's the last I saw anyway. Gleyber Torres, Yankees, refractor. It's an Astros with an insert. Paul DeJong, Cardinals, insert. Billy Hamilton, former Cincinnati Red, current Kansas City Royal with a refractor, followed by a green Billy Hamilton /99. Also, of course, for KC. Our hit, oh, I love that hit if you've got the Brewers. Yelich. How good is that kid? He's been so good all year. He had an injury and maybe started off a little slowly after he came back from that injury a few weeks ago, but he's been just really quite good all year. Love seeing him at bat because he always does something worth watching, or most always. So a couple of nice non-rookies in here with Yelich and the Ozzie Smith. Kind of digging the way this case is flowing right now. Javi Baez, Cubs. And Matt Olson for the Oakland A's. Chance Adams, Yankees. While I'm thinking about it, we do have a couple of players in here, I think, at least one, where their autograph is with their former team and any other cards that they might have, base or whatever, are with their current team. So, as you would expect, it will go to whatever team is stated on the card. So, for instance, Jake Bauers, his autograph cards in here are in the set as Tampa Bay Rays still. And his other cards, I believe, his base cards and things are in here as the Indians, I believe. And if you have much familiarity with Topps, you're probably pretty used to that because that happens about every year. There'll be a couple of products where you'll have players in there both ways. And that's really just a function of the fact that Topps produces the cards that are going to be autographed well before they produce the base cards, because they have to have time to send them off, get them signed, and get them back, and get them ready to insert. Corey Kluber, Indians. And then, so they're producing them months ahead of time. And then if somebody gets traded in the interim, it's like, well, Juan Soto for the Nationals. They're definitely not going to dump all those autograph cards, right? So that's how that happens. Okay, we got ourselves a little green wave, our first wave of the night, our first color for an autograph anyway, isn't it? I think our others were base autos tonight. /99 Toronto Blue Jays with Ryan Borucki. Paul Goldschmidt, Cardinals, purple /250. Now, of course, tomorrow, we're going to be busy tomorrow because we're going to break an entire case of Series 2 Jumbo. I know, right? That is going to take us some time. But the good news is this. Since the base cards ship separately, they don't go to the teams. The teams get all the stuff. If you open Topps Series 1 or 2 or Update before, you know those jumbo packs are structured where there's a big chunk of base. Then in the middle are all the inserts and short prints and autographs and relics, anything you would need. Ryan Borucki for the Blue Jays. And then you go back to another chunk of base cards. Noah Syndergaard /250 for the Mets. So since we have it set up that the base cards have their separate bidding category, and the teams are going to get the stuff in what I'm going to call the Tootsie Roll center of the jumbo pack, makes it a little faster. See, there's Jake Bauers as an Indian on his base card. That is base refractor. But his autographs are in here as Tampa Bay Rays. Tyler O'Neill /99, St. Louis Cardinals. But anyway, that's what makes it easier to do a case at a time as opposed to a half case, because we won't look through all of those base cards. We'll just cut through right to that center part, look at the stuff that's going to ship to the teams, and then that makes it a little more feasible from a time perspective. And we can do the whole case instead of doing a half case. And most people don't seem to mind too much about base cards in Series 1 and 2 and Update. And I know some people do like to get them, so that will keep some people from jumping in on those bids, and I am aware of that. But the vast majority seem to say, hey, no, we'd rather break the full case and just get the stuff we care about and let the set builders buy the base. So that's what we're going to do. Let's see how it goes. Chance Adams, base refractor for the Yankees. Urias, San Diego Padres, base refractor. Behind it, a purple Blake Snell /250 for the Tampa Bay Rays. Christian Stewart, Detroit Tigers, our autograph hit out of that little mini box. You guys are really quiet in chat tonight. It's kind of eerie. It's like the equivalent of having a bunch of tumbleweeds roll down the street if you were watching it visually. Danny Jansen for the Blue Jays. I know what I'm thinking, but I didn't verbalize it very well. But anyway, I can't believe it's been a while since chat has been so quiet. Shohei Ohtani, base refractor for the Angels. And our hit, that's actually a nice little hit there for the Yankees. Luke Voit /150. And I say that because Luke Voit has been playing quite well for the Yankees of late. And not an autograph you pull super often. Our first orange of the night, numbered /25. It's headed to Baltimore. Trey Mancini and the Orioles. We're making a dent in it. We're getting there. We are, let's see, that would be 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're at our halfway point right now. We've basically opened the equivalent of 4 master boxes, and we have the equivalent of 4 master boxes left. Hi, Chris. We have not seen any A's autographs tonight yet that I recall. Now, you also know my memory can be a little dicey. Numbered stuff, I don't really remember any there either. However, you know that I will recap it. So, when we get to the end, we'll recap the numbered things and the autograph stuff and get you caught up to speed. But off the top of my head, Chris, I don't remember any A's coming out to this point. Michael Kopech, White Sox base refractor. Christian Stewart, Detroit Tigers base refractor, and little Chris Shaw for the Giants to 250. Purple, obviously. Probably saw, you could see that, but still, I do normally say it. Rowdy Tellez, Toronto Blue Jays, pulling a second autograph hit tonight with Rowdy. All right. That mini box ready to go. I know, Chris. I appreciate you too. I can't believe it's usually chat is very lively. I'm surprised at how dead it is tonight, but maybe everybody's like in a hangover from the Toronto game last night. Of course, this being a baseball break, maybe not everybody in here also follows basketball, but man, what a finish. I mean, honestly, Golden State looks like they're probably going to win. Jose Altuve, Astros. Then here comes Toronto to take the lead and really looked every bit the winner. And if they win the game, they win the championship. Dansby Swanson Braves. Then all of a sudden, you know, Golden State takes a timeout. Coming out of the timeout, man, I mean, a couple of boneheaded plays by the Warriors, but an equal number of boneheaded plays by the Spurs. Somehow or another gets you to a 1-point game where, you know, ball should have been in Kawhi Leonard's hands, and they had him covered up, and they send it over to Kyle Lowry from the corner, and he bricks it, and they lose by 1. Juan Soto, numbered to 50, Washington Nationals. A little gold action going on here for the Nats. I mean, and that was at home for them, too. I mean, that was in Toronto. Duggar, that is numbered to 50 for the Giants. Gold, back-to-back gold, one autographed, one not. So, I mean, it was great to watch, but as you know, I'm a little bit pulling for Toronto to win simply because Golden State's won so much. I'm just kind of ready to see somebody else win. I'm kind of prone to rooting for the underdogs anyway. I don't know why. Just kind of always have been. So I would like to have seen them hit that shot and take that series, but they did not. I mean, and it was literally like the last 2 or 3 minutes of the game. And the worst part of it is they had a shot when they were up by 3 and that might have been Lowry again. You didn't even need a 3. Just run in there and lay it in for 2. And he had a shot at it and made some boneheaded shot and missed it. And then the next thing you know, Golden State goes down and bombs a 3, and then there you find yourselves. And from there, it just went horribly wrong. Max Kepler, Twins, base refractor. So, I mean, fun to watch, but I was kind of hoping Toronto would have a little more luck. Scooter Gennett for the Reds, and Jake Bauers for the Indians. Green to 99. So now, of course, it goes back to Oakland. I don't know that Golden State's gonna lose there. Cabrera, Tigers to 150 blue. I mean, I know, obviously, they lost there earlier. We know this in this series. But That is before Kevin Durant tried heroically to play last night and got injured again. Bryce Wilson coming out for the Atlanta Braves as our autograph hit. So I guess he ruptured his Achilles in that ill-advised attempt to return to the floor before he was maybe fully ready. And now you've got the Warriors on top of everything else. You know that they're going to want to win for Kevin Durant. So now they have even more motivation than they already had. That is Franco for the Phillies. So you've got the Durant factor. You've got the you're playing in Oracle Arena factor. I mean, it's going to be hard fought if Toronto wins that. Cano for the Mets. And, we have an insert that is signed. Didn't I tell you this was shaping up to be a nice case? I believe I did, because I saw some vets coming out. I knew it was going to be that kind of case, or I thought it was. That is to 25 for the Cubbies with Chris Bryant. Orange Chris Bryant Prized Performers is a very, very nice hit. Overall, this case has been quite good in my estimation. Then again, I'm fond of mixing in veterans with the rookies. So some people are chasing only the rookies. You might not be as happy, but I don't think anybody would be unhappy pulling Chris Bryant to 25. Of course, Father's Day is this weekend, so I thought about not doing breaks on Sunday night because of Father's Day, but then I figured, well, everybody's going to be done with everything by the nighttime. So we are going to break a little bit on Sunday night. We're not going to break an extraordinary amount, but a little. Starlin Castro for the Marlins with a refractor. Base refractor for the Diamondbacks with David Peralta. And Reyes, San Diego Padres. Autograph. So, I don't know at this point what to, I bet Golden State wins this next game. And then we're going to be knotted up. And Game 7 would go back to Toronto, I guess. That's the only advantage, I suppose. Yelich, Brewers. Rivera, Finest Careers die cut for the Yankees. That is our second Finest Careers case hit tonight, which is typical, 2 per case, pretty common. Clayton Kershaw with a refractor, and we have another insert that's numbered. This one's not autographed, but it is gold, numbered to 50, and it's headed to St. Louis with Yadi Molina. Acuna, baby. Atlanta Braves hitting a little Ronald Acuna Jr., who knocked out a grand slam on his birthday, no less. And that was pretty cool. All right, this is our last master box. Too many boxes, of course, but our last full master box. So we're going to go ahead and call Last Box Mojo here in general, even though we got too many boxes. So, you know what that means. It means we're trying to find the biggest, best hit of the break. We're trying to find something even better than we've already hit out of this last box here by collectively focusing our mojo to see what we can come up with. Although, we've already had some really nice stuff, so We'll have to see what else might be waiting for us in our last two mini boxes. Josh Hader for the Brewers. Joey Votto, my Cincinnati Reds, blue to 150. Ramon Laureano, Oakland A's, base refractor. And Kyle Tucker is our autograph hit, coming out for the Houston Astros. Oh, don't forget that All-Star voting is open for a few more days, too. For those of you who are interested in the MLB All-Star game. I think we've got, I don't remember what, another handful of days of voting. Not a terrible amount left, but a few. And then I guess they're going to narrow it down, and then we're going to get to vote again. They changed it up a little bit this year in the way that the number of times you can vote and the ways you can vote and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, if you feel so inclined, now's the time to jump in on that action. Buster Posey, Giants, base refractor. Joey Gallo, Rangers, purple, 250. Brian Anderson for the Marlins, base refractor. We have ourselves another signed insert. I told you guys this was going to be a good case. I just had a feeling once we saw those first couple of hits. I'm digging this case. That's Goldie. Paul Goldschmidt, 250 for the Arizona Diamondbacks, no less. They've got him in here as a D-back. So Arizona with an unexpectedly nice hit, right? Goldie to 50. All right, so there you go. That's the case. That's the break. But we are going to recap some things. After we recap, we'll put spreadsheet information up one final time for anyone who might have missed it earlier. We'll take a look once again at your anticipated shipping dates and the things that are going to be breaking in the days ahead. So first up in our recap, our two Mariano Rivera Finest Career die cut case hits. That was the first one. There is your second one. Color with no autograph attached. To 250 for the Rangers, 150 for the Reds. That is numbered to 50 for the St. Louis Cardinals and Yadier Molina. Tigers to 150 to 99, the Indians. The Giants to 50, the Giants to 250. The Orioles to 25, the Rays to 250, Mets to 250, Cardinals 250, Kansas City Royals to 99, Tampa Bay Rays to 150. Our autograph hits, Paul Goldschmidt, numbered to 50 for the Arizona Diamondbacks. Prize Performers insert autograph. Kyle Tucker, Houston Astros. Ronald Acuna Jr. comes out for the Atlanta Braves. The Padres with Reyes. That handsome card. I'm loving that card too. That is to 25. It is an orange parallel Chris Bryant for the Cubbies. Bryce Wilson, Atlanta Braves. Juan Soto, numbered to 50 for the Nationals. Rowdy Tellez, Toronto Blue Jays. Luke Voigt to 150 for the New York Yankees. Christian Stewart, Tigers. Tyler O'Neill to 99, Cardinals. A green wave to 99, Ryan Borucki for the Blue Jays. Chance Adams, New York Yankees. Christian Yelich, Milwaukee Brewers. Love this card. That's Ozzie Smith. Ozzie Smith as a Padre. So there you go. San Diego. Ozzie Smith autograph. And the Braves got things started tonight with Colby Allard. So that is the break. That's the recap. And as promised, spreadsheet info coming your way right now. So hoping it's on the way to you on or before Saturday. The only way it would not happen on or before Saturday is if something hugely unexpected happens in my week. But if everything goes as planned, yeah, you're going to see a package headed your way on or before that date. If you got skunked, if you didn't pull a card at all of any type, base or otherwise, you will still get a package in the mail that will have consolation cards in it. Anytime you pay for shipping, you will get something in the mail. Just that's the way I do my breaks for those of you who might not have been here before. This is what's coming up in the days ahead. Wednesday through Saturday, we're going to be starting early, 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific. Then on Sunday, Father's Day, we're going to switch back to 9:30, and from there we'll kind of evaluate and decide if we want to stick at 9 or stick at 9:30 for the future. Tomorrow we have 2 new releases, Noir Basketball and Series 2 Baseball. We're going to break both of them by the full case, but for Series 2 Jumbo, please note the base cards do not ship to the teams. They do have their own separate bidding category. On Thursday night, Noir Basketball, Luminance Football, and More Finest Baseball. On Friday, we'll have Leaf Autograph Baseball Bats, new release product from Leaf. It is a 3-box case. We're going to open the whole case all at once. Why not, right? Also on Friday night, another case of Topps Series 2 Jumbo Baseball. Saturday, we will open the last of the Legacy Football. In that one, Veteran Base has its own bidding category. Rookie Base still goes to the teams in Legacy, but Veteran Base is what has its own bidding category, does not go to the teams. Sunday will be Noir Basketball, and that'll be the last of the Noir on Sunday, and that will also be the last of Flash Football on Sunday, which is Father's Day. All right, so that has me covered for tonight. We are, I believe, all wrapped up. So once again, thank you everyone for being here. I appreciate you spending part of your evening with me. I hope that I will see you again tomorrow night, or if not, then sometime soon in the near future. In the meantime, enjoy the rest of your week, and we'll see you the next time. Bye now.